What are the characteristics that you're looking for in a new offensive coordinator?
A head coach of the offense. That person that teaches, installs, put the players in the best position to be successful.
Jim Harbaugh, I love Jim Harbaugh, but it always seems to me at a press conference as if he is trying to project words onto an invisible teleprompter and read them. That he's so careful about not saying anything, and he wants to win everything. I want to win the press conference. So, as I am speaking extemporaneously, I am editing myself. I am putting my ideas in front of my eyes, and as I read the words, I'm asking myself, is this the right word to say? And dueling banjo press conferences between Jim Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel, if he does indeed end up being the offensive coordinator of the LA Chargers, that would be worth the price of admission, because they are both very quirky, they are both very authentic, they are both very unique, and they both have a style that I don't know that it's going to fit, but we saw it last night, the usual suspects rushing to Twitter with the news, all of them landing within minutes of each other, that Mike McDaniel has agreed to terms to become the offensive coordinator of the LA Chargers, which needs something other than another excuse for Justin Herbert's chronic failure to live up to his potential. They need something to get him to live up to his potential.
Yeah, I want to give Harbaugh credit for this, because he goes way back with Greg Roman, going back to the college days. Greg Roman and Jim Harbaugh hand in hand, and this is something a little different. I don't know. Put the cameras on. Give me some behind-the-scenes access. I'd love to be in a meeting with Jim Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel. It seems like kind of like a reboot of The Odd Couple. But look, it's clear that this offense needed something else, and Mike McDaniel does give them a different dimension if he winds up, taking the job. If he stays there, I think this is a different wrinkle for not just Herbert, just a different wrinkle for the Chargers offense, a little bit of unpredictability, modernizing what Harbaugh likes to do. We know he loves to run the football and has a lot of creative runs. And I think McDaniel likes to run the ball too. Sometimes he gets away from it. I think he wants to run the ball, coming from his San Francisco roots with Kyle Shanahan, everything rooted in the run game. I just want to see what this combination is. I think it could be a pretty cool mix with these two.
Yeah, I think it could work, and maybe offensive coordinator is where Mike McDaniel will thrive. And the Chargers definitely need something. McDaniel was under consideration from multiple different teams. I thought he was going to end up with the Lions. Drew Petzing is the new offensive coordinator there, and there was some reporting from Jeff Darlington about fit. And I don't know. I think Dan Campbell still wants to be able to dabble in the offense in Detroit. And if you're going to bring in a guy who maybe would do things differently, and I can't envision Jared Goff doing all the stuff. Like Justin Herbert doing all the stuff that Tua did, that's awesome. I don't think Goff can do it. I think Herbert can pull it off. If they can incorporate that, those run plays where the quarterback's flipping the ball here and doing this and then able to throw it down the field, and play in the elements if it is cold, and, otherwise withstand the pounding. And I think Justin Herbert's another guy that maybe needs to dial it back a little bit and take fewer hits. But I think this could be exactly what the Chargers need and exactly what McDaniel needs. However, the report that McDaniel is expected to be hired by the Chargers came with a caveat. Tom Pelissero of NFL Media added that the deal isn't signed and McDaniel is still in play for head coaching jobs, specifically the Ravens and the Raiders. So, and the precursor to the news last night was that McDaniel had withdrawn his name from consideration for the Browns head coaching job. And there wasn't an explanation other than, it's the Browns. And maybe it really was that simple.
I was going to say, here's your explanation.
I'll take the offense. I mean, here's the hierarchy. Yeah. LA Chargers offensive coordinator here. Browns head coaching job here. Raiders, Ravens head coaching job maybe up here. So, okay, we don't need to we don't need to go through the charade with the Browns. I'm going to take the bird in the hand, and maybe one of the others is going to fall my way. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.